Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 through 19. I'm reading out of the King James Version. Now the serpent was more wily than any beast of the field the Lord had made. And he said unto the woman, Ye hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, We shall not eat of it, neither shall we touch it, lest we die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall surely not die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took a fruit thereof, and did eat. And did also give it to her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord God And the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Thou hast eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou should not eat. The man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above all beasts of the field. Upon the belly shalt thou go, dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put an enmity between thee and the woman, and between the seed and her seed. And it shall bruise thee, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise thy heels. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And unto Adam he said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for the sake and sorrow, thou shalt eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herbs of the field. In the sweet of thy face thou shalt eat bread, till thou returneth into the ground. For out of the waste thou taken, for dust thou art, and into dust thou shalt return.